let me just before we go on to something else. In the book, I talk about this manager that I called Jim Harry. That wasn't his real name. He's dead now. His real name was Gene Barry, and I mentioned this on Facebook with some friends when they were talking about it. Why everyone loved him, but he would call himself a white N-word. He would say, this company treats me like a white N-word, and you couldn't get away with that nowadays. But he himself, I'm sure he wouldn't have been happy if his son had come home with a black girlfriend or something. But he was one of these people who, even though he had the trappings of being a bigot, it was a lot of people are like him. The black people loved him when he worked because he did the shit work, the grunt work. The fact that this is why he would call himself. That was his way to say, I'm not a bigot. I am a white N-word. I'm just like you. But it's that awkward kind of way of trying to empathize with people. But the black people loved him because in those days, 30 some years ago, going close to 40 years ago, that was being progressive. That was, and he didn't show any bigotry in how he treated people. He called you a short cock if you didn't like, whether you're a black kid or a white kid, but and that's why he was loved and respected, and everyone wanted to work for this fellow Gene, but he couldn't get away with that. And so this is why I say there are different shades of bigotry and racism. Someone like this Gene Barry was probably just ignorant. It's just ignorant. I always look at it as a kind of being semi-retarded, although can you say retarded? That I look at racism as sort of a mental retardation that people have, or bigotry in general. And so there's a difference between that, and there's a difference between the Derek Chauvins of the world and whatnot. And you have to be able to see these filigrees of difference because they do exist.